everybody. Um, so, like I said last week, I'm gonna start doing, try to do a weekly, video talking about just what's been going on in my life the past week as the summer continues and whatnot. So, this past week, there was a couple things I want to talk about. One, I rewatched one of my all-time favorite movies, The Sound of Metal. It's about an aspiring drummer who loses his sense of hearing because of being so close to the instruments and whatnot. And after he loses his sense of hearing, he really struggles with his sense of self-worth and his identity, because after doing that for so long, he feels like he doesn't have a purpose anymore, because that's all he knew and that's all he wanted to do. And that being taken away from him stripped him of his individuality. And overall, I think that movie is a very wonderful movie. I think it's accurately portrays someone who has struggled with their individuality and their sense of self. And in correlation with that, I've been recently listening to the song Pretend by Alex G. I believe it's one of his unreleased songs, but that song also explores the theme of struggling with, I don't know how to say it, struggling with identity. And I feel like that is a common theme, especially today. And I feel like it's something that I personally have struggled with for, I don't know how long. I feel like a lot of time, a lot of time, I'm more of a product of the media I consume, whereas I'm not choosing to like things or dislike things of my own free will, but rather I choose to do so because of my peers and those around me and how I'm influenced. And I feel like that's something that I personally need to work on, especially because coming into adulthood, having lived my life being so consumed by the thought of what others will think and craving such validation from others, it negatively affected how I see myself and how I perceive myself. As I think when I try to identify myself, I can't, because it's like there's nothing there. I don't know who I am really. I mean, I know the things I like and what I dislike, but do I really like or dislike those things, or am I just like the product of what I'm consuming? So I feel like I personally, as a person, as an individual, need to stand up more for myself and try to interject things in my life and discover more that I feel like I like because I like it, not because others like it and because I'm told to like it. And I'm sure it's not just me out there that struggles with this. I'm sure a lot of people do, like the movie and the song I just talked about. But I think both of those forms of media really opened my eyes to just how almost dehumanizing it is to lose your sense of identity. And after being such a product of what you've consumed, you don't know who you are. You can't explain yourself. You have no individuality because you aren't an individual. You're more of a group amalgamation of what those around you tell you to like. And so as this summer goes on and as I develop more and grow more, I want to really focus on becoming myself, becoming someone that I can identify myself as, and not just in what music I like and whatnot, but in everything, my own personal traits. Because it's the same thing with, for a long time, I feel like people perceived me as, funny, whatever. But is that really who I am? Do I feel that way? Or is that what I just thought everybody expected me to be? So I really feel like I need to do some self discovery as the summer goes on, because I want to grow as a person and I want to express my individuality the best I can. And I feel like for me to do that, I needed to come out and say all this stuff, say what I struggled with, instead of just keeping it bottled up inside like I usually do. And I feel like on the step of individuality, or on the step to creating my individuality, making this video is a big step for someone like me, because it's allowed me to express how I feel and want to better myself. So hopefully, as the summer goes on and as I go on and continue to grow and change, I can change these things about myself that I realize and I become self-aware of. And I really want everyone out there to realize that it's never too late to change and become who you want to be. And everybody's unique in their own way, and you shouldn't fall prey to being a product of those around you or let others' opinions sway what you think or feel. And as I grow, I want everybody else out there to grow too. And on this journey of self-discovery, I want to discover more about myself and become more self-aware of the things that I want to change about me, because I feel like this place I'm in right now isn't a good place. I feel like I personally need to grow and change a lot more as I transcend into adulthood. And so hopefully someone out there sees this video and thinks to themselves that they need to, do something similar. And I hope if you're in the same situation as I am, then you can get out of that rut as I'm trying to do. So I think this summer, and every day is a good chance to change and grow. But specifically for me, I want to use this summer as a sort of a stepping point as I'm entering my second year to college. And hopefully I can grow and change. And hopefully as these videos progress, you as the viewer can see that I'm changing and growing. But sorry for this rambling of nonsense or whatever, but I feel that it's therapeutic for me to make these videos and just get it off my chest what I have going on, and the thoughts I feel, the thoughts I think throughout the week and whatnot. So if no one else, it helps me to get it out there. I hope everybody continues to have a good summer, and I'll see you guys next week in the next video.